The Bureau of Internal Revenue has implemented the filing of income tax returns online, and it has created concerns and confusion among our taxpayers. The deadline for the filing is April 15. And to inform and educate our people, we have invited BIR Deputy Commissioner Nelson Aspe to explain further how every taxpayer will be eligible for online submission and what are the penalties if a taxpayer fails to comply. Good evening, sir. Welcome to NewsLife.
Yeah, good evening, Robert, and good evening, fellow taxpayers.
So to start us off, to avoid the confusion that our taxpayers are having right now, who are required to file online and who are required to file manually?
Well, we have a list of these taxpayers, both individuals and juridical persons, to file and pay online. Let me start by saying that the electronic filing and payment system was introduced some 12 years ago, and it was limited to what we call as large taxpayers. Then it was expanded to a number of corporations with addresses here in Metro Manila and on a voluntary basis to individuals. Over the years, we tried to expand the coverage to include the top 20,000 corporations in the Philippines, the top 5,000 individual taxpayers, then lately a batch of what we call taxpayers belonging to the Taxpayer Account Management Program, which numbers at an average of 1,500 taxpayers per revenue district office here in Metro Manila, and range of 1,000 or 500 taxpayers in provinces.
What do you think is causing the confusion right now?
Well, maybe during the approach of this tax filing season, it seems that many taxpayers, many establishments were thinking that everyone is required to file online and pay online. So that's why there was sort of a queue, unexplained at that, that our website somehow did not function until it was realized that some taxpayers are not supposed to be there, because we did not say that nobody should file.
How is this being addressed right now? What kind of information campaign right now? April 15 is the deadline. That's 2 days away.
Well, for the last 10 days or 2 weeks, the BIR, along with especially its technical people, have been doing all what we could do in order to remedy these issues. And even last Saturday, the commissioner called upon a meeting with the top management officials and 4 of the Metro Manila directors to to finally make issuance what should be done for the last 5 days of the filing period.
So could you explain to us how the e-payments are done for each taxpayer who does this online?
Well, an e-payment is done by those who are registered with our electronic filing and payment system, EFPS. And aside from that of registering with the BIR, and that's for e-filing, the taxpayers got to register with his bank. And yes, with his bank, either the bank has to require some conditions, or the taxpayer, the business establishment makes some arrangement with the bank and so far as deposits or credit arrangements are concerned.
How do we secure on the online filing? How do we ensure that those who file online, that all their information or even their payments to banks or their online payments are secured?
Well, our systems are equipped with what we call, they call it in the IT world as firewalls. So that's one of the first things that we consider whenever we develop some systems or introduce.
Now, you mentioned a while ago that only certain sectors of society are required to file online. Is there going to be a move in the future that for everyone to actually file online to minimize those long queues at the offices of the BIR?
Well, that's the ideal plan for the future, to make everyone compliant with filing online. But then again, we have to find out whether that could be possible at all.
How is this faring for the BIR, this online filing and online payment system?
We had some not so not so good situations the past few days. But taking a look at those who comply, file online on the daily result, we have more encouraging, shall we say, statistics compared to the past few years.
Do you see this as an effective tool in the future and even now?
I will say yes. This only needs more intense monitoring and, of course, support by the IT system.
With 2 days left before the final April 15th, what is your advice now to those who actually haven't filed their income taxes yet?
Well, let's not wait for April 15. Tomorrow is April 14. All our offices at the field are ready to assist, because filing online could also be made at the offices of the BR district offices. We have the so-called e-lounges there, the scale. But nonetheless, if you're among those who come first, then you would be served and you would be able to file your return online. And of course, those who have difficulty getting access to the offline EBIR forms, we give compact discs at our district offices, and in the alternative, one has his own USB or flash drive. He can have the so-called offline EBIR.
So all the information can either be gotten at the BIR or on your website.
Yeah, even at the national office, we have more than a dozen of these computers, which could be used by our taxpayers who find it difficulty doing their filing in their own offices. And we have also personnel there who are ready to receive manual returns.
And finally, next steps to ensure that next time this will be streamlined, be more effective, and no more confusion in the future.
Well, going by the lessons and, of course, the experience we have, I believe that by April 16, that would be another day for us to further strengthen our efforts, increase our visibility insofar as online filing and the like are concerned.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us here tonight at NewsLife. That was BIR Deputy Commissioner Nelson Aspe. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us.
Thank you.